Welcome back to the Stoop, football fans. It's your boy Lolo. I'm down in the basement for another Friday night Premier League happy hour Friday night. That's too many. Maybe I'll figure out what the show is actually called in year 4, because today, I don't know if you guys know this, it is Friday the 13th, but what it also is our 3-year anniversary of doing this show. I got a message today on YouTube saying, happy birthday, it's your 3rd year. So crack it open. 3 years ago today. Cheers to you, Director John.
Still having coffee though, no beer.
Not even on our birthday? There you go, Friday the 13th. So I figured I'd drink some Tex Hex. There we go. Slanch, a big up to Jimmy Bremner's Ghost.
It's a good thing that you told me that it's the 3rd anniversary. You know, you're just telling me now.
I saw it this morning and I didn't remember until you rolled the intro video, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should talk about that. It is our 3-year anniversary today. And is it 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. So cheers to us, and cheers to all the people who have been following us from the very beginning, which may not be many of you here, because I think we got a lot of you guys after we started talking a little bit about Leeds United, and I have a feeling we're going to have to talk about Leeds United today, because we had Premier League action today. Aston Villa at home to Leeds United. Ooh, tough one there. I don't even know if I want to get into it right now, but man, I have to say, Leeds United, they've got to be exhausted with playing decent football, but giving up 1, 2, 3 chances, and all of those being goals. It's really fucking rough. And then once again, another holding in the box that was not called, was not looked at, was not sent over to the monitor to review, something that I think is a stonewall penalty. But I don't know. I'm just, my fear is that, and you guys all know what I'm talking about, Tyrone Mings. There you go, on the Stoop tinfoil hats. Let's do it. But that tackle from I think it's Douglas Luiz on Rodrigo in the box. He's got his hands all over him. He's pulling him back, and my thought is, when your hand goes over the shoulder and grabs from the front, that's a foul. Like, that's a foul anywhere on the pitch. So why isn't it a penalty, especially when it's on the guy that's going towards the ball and would probably get to the ball if he's not held? That's a penalty. Sorry. And I just know Harry Kane is going to get one of those on Sunday. He's going to get one. He's just going to be touched a little, and he'll get that call. And that's some bullshit. Big up Jimmy Bremner's Ghost with that £10 donation there. Slanch it to you, my friend. Happy 3-year anniversary. All right, well, let's see who we got in the comment section. John's already popping these all up. Scooby-D2, good to see you. Caution, do not attempt to think, or depression may occur. Yes, quite possibly. And who else do we have? We got Pincushion in here. We've got Scooby-D2 again. Jimmy again as well. We got McChronicle. Kind of got it that time. I got real excited. Pincushion, McChronicle. We got all these guys already in here. Very good to see you guys. Whoa, lots and lots and lots of comments. You guys have been having conversations waiting for us to get started. Who's drinking Baileys? Oh, Evan is McChronicle. I'm doing double shot of Baileys in the coffee, 2nd week in a row. Well, there you go. He's off the lash is what that's called. So, anyway, let's go ahead and bring in my lovely co-host today. You know him, you love him, or you don't, but it's not for you to decide. So let's bring on Mark. I am just like,
my own mother didn't love me. Oh, happy birthday.
How are you, man?
Jesus Christ. That means 3 years ago today I became a Wolves fan.
I mean, it's 3 years ago today you started watching proper football. So cheers
Actually,
to the evolution of Mark.
it would have been the night before, because I needed to have a basis of something to talk about during our inaugural show. That's incredible. 3 years we've been doing this, which makes us just slightly older than the pandemic.
Yeah, remember we started, and then it went just a couple months, and then it was 3 months. It went to March, and then they started closing everything down. And who knows, that might have actually been what helped our show, because everybody was sitting at home.
Oh
and
man,
needed content.
absolutely.
So-
I mean,
and we were still sitting on the stoop.
We were the place to be, at happy hour on a Friday.
And that was when we were
during
doing
the
like
pandemic.
4 hour long happy
I
hours.
was like, oh, it would just
doing
get
drinking
trashed.
games.
And then an
and
after
trivia.
party.
And then an after party, yeah.
And then
We
an
were
after
doing
party. I don't think I
drinking
did
games.
after parties 'cause you guys were all doing like playing FIFA, weren't you? Back
We
then.
played FIFA on the after parties, yeah. Anyway, Mark, we saw some Premier League action. What are your thoughts on the Aston Villa Leeds United match? Fair result, better team won. What are
Better
we thinking
team
here?
won for sure. Villa was the better team. They were the better attacking team. The counter on the corner kick was so fast. Oh my goodness! It definitely caught Leeds sleeping.
Yeah.
And it was just 3 passes, beautiful. I don't know about the penalty in the box. I know it's going to be unpopular here, but it is my 2
Where
cents
else would
worth.
the penalty be? Where else would the penalty be?
on
Mark?
Rodrigo
Outside the box?
No, it was in the box.
No, I know, but you said I don't know about the penalty in the box.
If you're being held tight, like Rodrigo should have fallen backwards, not forwards. He kind of moves forwards on the hold, so
No,
that I
but
think
if you
is what
watch
the
it-
difference maker. I did watch it.
But I know, but thinking that, okay, he should have fallen backwards if he's pulled. But what happens is he's held and he gets pulled straight down, and then Douglas Luiz lets go, and then he's like, I can still get to the ball. So to me, Rodrigo was trying too hard to actually make a play that if he would have
Right.
just fallen straight down, then it might have been called a penalty. And that's so annoying that had the player gone for the penalty, he probably would have got it. But the fact that he tried to, and he still almost got to the ball. And then they're saying, well, he wouldn't have got to the ball anyway. Well, yeah, because he was fucking held when the ball first came over.
I just
I get what you're saying. It wasn't a tug back.
I just didn't. But
it was a
didn't
tug
see
down.
it as being like we've seen worse, and I certainly hold my girl tighter than that, Just one man's opinion. Leeds looked good at moments. Holy shit, Patrick Bamford not only made an appearance but scored a goal, and thank God he didn't celebrate because he would have hurt himself.
He didn't go fucking knee sliding, man.
Fuck.
Oh man.
But hey, man, that was not only surprising but good on him. Lord Bamford gets his first goal in a year.
Yeah, something like
Anyone?
that. I don't know.
Anyone?
Not a year, because he scored at the end of the season last year and then got injured. He came back for one game and scored off the bench. And so I don't know. I'm not going to agree completely with you, Mark, there, because I feel like, to me, watching it, and yes, I may be watching it with Leeds tinted glasses, but I felt like Leeds had more opportunities to score. They were getting more second balls. They were more creative, mostly through Willie. That fucking kid. I'm like,
yeah, no, his move on the shot on goal on the most, one of the most amazing saves, because Emmy had to save it like that, or else it was going to go in.
Willie was walking away because he saw the curve. You saw in the replay, Willie's like, "Oh,
lovely little bit of football to watch." No matter who or what you're on, like which team you follow or not.
Yeah. That really sucked that he didn't get that goal. But I'm like, how does this guy continue to impress me so much when Leeds are losing or drawing? Every single match, he's impressing me, and I'm like, he's become undroppable and unsubable. Can you say that? You can't sub him off the pitch. They were not taking him off the pitch. And I gotta say, Rodrigo has been better.
He plays a full 90, which is awesome.
Rodrigo has been better I gotta say he was very he had some opportunities today. And even on the one that was offside, it was a great play to chest or head the ball back to somebody. He falls on the ground and has the wherewithal to get the bounce back from the ground and poke it in the back of the net. Sucks that he was offside, but I'm just saying, like, that's good play right there. That's good. So, Mark, let's bring in a Leeds United fan here because we're just spinning our wheels here, going back and forth on this. Let's get somebody who I know is a bit pissed off about the result. Ben,
Happy
what's going
birthday,
on, Ben? How are you?
Happy birthday. I'm good.
Cheers.
I'm all right. Yeah. Bit deflated, but yeah, I'm good. Good. I thought I get what you're saying. We were the better team, but still, for me, the passing was off. It's like when we scored, we didn't take advantage. That's when we fell to bits. For me, that period when we should have just pressed, there was nothing until like the last 2 or 3 minutes again. The defending again is just awful. How can you concede off a corner? It's just one pass cut us open, and then they overloaded us again. So Pascal Stroik's not a left back. His positioning's terrible there. So we need to take advantage of him and swap him with Koch. Play Firpo if you have to. At least Firpo's attacking and you have an overlap. So, because I think Willie Nonto, he had to cut inside every time, if you get me. And he did well with it. Don't get me wrong, he did. But that's the only. It becomes a full back nose that you're going to cut inside. So, unless he had a few yards on him where he could cross it first time, which he did a couple of times. But yeah, I think.
Well, do you think the addition of Patrick Bamford there allowed Willie to actually use the outside, because the goal came from Willie not cutting inside? He he didn't go all the way outside, but he went around this way, knowing that he could cut it back in.
I don't actually know what formation we went to when Bamford
Who
came
fucking
on.
knows, man?
So,
but I'm just checking the stats right now. Leeds United 11 corners. How many corners do you think Aston Villa had?
None.
Goose egg. 0 corners.
Not a single one.
0 corners. That is absolutely crazy. The shots there fairly even across the board. I mean, 11 shots versus 16 shots on Leeds, 5 and 4 on target. But here there were 30 fouls in the match. 30 fouls, 4 cards. That's a lot of fouls, no? Is that
it was a
is that an
kicking
inordinate
game.
amount of
It
fouls?
wasn't a stop-start game, and it wasn't overly dirty, but at times there was a few, tasty ones and kicks, and they were mainly on Nonto, I think, down the wing. And their winger, he played well. The lad who scored the first goal, I think he was the difference.
Bailey.
Bailey. He was man of the match as well.
Yeah.
For me, I think I would go with that Alex Marino kid.
He came off the bench. He's a very
Marino
good player
didn't
as
come
well.
off the bench.
He did.
Marino started.
No, he did not. He came on for Digne.
Digne got injured
down under.
Oh, you're
after
right.
about 10 minutes.
He got injured
here
like
at
2
the
days ago.
7th minute or something like that.
I know, but he wouldn't have played. Digne wouldn't have come off. He was not.
No,
going
not
to
at all.
play.
But the guy did awesome. If that even better that he came on for someone like Lucadine.
Yeah. So Bandy, I would love to talk to Bandy soon, maybe later in the show. Bandy can call in because he absolutely hates Jesse Marsch, wants him out of the club. We just got a comment here on our Twitter page from someone named Leeds, who says, proud of our boys tonight. Score was so underwhelming. It's clear it's defensive displays we need to work on going forward. People will just jump on Jesse like it's him playing and making the mistakes that cost the game. Ben, what are your thoughts about Jesse Marsch? Is this him? Is it him not being able to control the match? Is it, the players? Is it his? Is it something about him?
Look, the buck stops at the manager. It has to, but I think it's a bit of both. you've got to give anybody time to change a system and bed it in. But the way we're conceding goals and the way we're passing and losing games isn't doing him any favors in the eyes of people like Bandy. But who would you replace him with right now?
People are saying fucking Tuchel.
Tuchel. Would he come?
Tuchel or Sean Dyche? Like, those are your two options right now. I'm like, what are you people on? What are you people fucking smoking?
I mean, do you wait? And I mean, I think the only way he's going to get sacked is if it gets to Bielsa time at the end of the season, and something's got to give. But I think if we survive with him, I think it's inevitable as a takeover in the summer. And I think whether the 49ers ride with him or not remains to be seen. But I think we've got him for the foreseeable future. They've backed him in this market, so what can you do?
Was being had with some of us in our text group of maybe Jesse Marsh could do this if he had 3 years to sort of get his process going. And there's Arsenal fans saying, look at what Arsenal's doing, and you can see he just needs time. And somebody brought up a good point of Arsenal were never anywhere near a relegation battle. So he doesn't have that time. And I think that's what you're saying, Ben, of we can give him all the time he wants. But if this season we're back in a relegation battle at the last match, like, no.
I'm also a believer in Leeds are the opposite to this. I think for a manager to be successful, he turns to his sporting director or whatever and tells him what players he wants, rather than the sporting director coming and saying, right, we've got these players. Yes, no, yes, no. I don't like that system. You've got to pick your own players for me as a manager, not be given what.
Yeah, Marsh hasn't had that chance yet.
So I know we've gone to the Red Bull, but has he actually picked them? I don't think he has.
I mean, I don't know. And the penis formation needs some girth, not pencil dick. Well, speaking of the manager of the month, let's bring on a fellow Gunner here to talk about this. What's up, Gary?
Not much. That comment before you brought me on, I was like, that was a little that guy in the intro I was expecting.
What's going on, Gary?
Not much.
For those of you guys who don't know Gary, he is Don't Waste the Trip, in case you didn't know that. And he does a show called The Trip. So follow him on head over to his YouTube channel and subscribe to that. He does shows. John will remember to tell him to plug the show, but we're doing an early plug because Gary's plug is usually at like hour 2, beer 14. We're like, Trip, fucking take a road trip.
Yeah,
come
hang out with us tomorrow. You gotta
plug-in it early tomorrow.
And, Sam.
It's the Stoop's birthday today, Gary. 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 years. Congratulations. Wow.
Our first show.
Very nice. Wow. Cool. Wow. Cool.
Still waiting to make our first $100.
Yeah, we'll get there in a few years.
We did.
Where was you at Christmas? Did Lolo not tell you?
YouTube takes like an 80% cut of everything you guys donate, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Not 80%, but like fucking 50%.
38 is it? Or something? Has it gone up?
They're moving it up. So we're gonna have to come up with some different way to get money flowing in and stop doing like commercials and shit like that on the channel. Gary, did you watch Aston Villa versus Leeds?
I did. I was chatting with you guys for a little bit while I was watching it. Once again, they end the game the way you want them to start. They seem to keep doing that, right? Every time you watch them, you're like, all right, when is it gonna happen? When are they gonna make the breakthrough? And they always have it at the end. The trick is they gotta get something in the beginning, right? And then they could, that last goal. They almost got the second goal, but I think in the final third they looked a little bit like it looked. they kept losing the ball in bad situations. I did get opportunities, though. I mean, I think I was looking at the stats, and they had 11 shots to 8 at one point. So it's not like they're not getting opportunities. And
we had some clear chances to score. We could have won that. I know once you score, the pattern changes, but we could have hammered them today if we'd have just been a bit more clinical.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
well,
I mean,
and if that goal didn't happen in the third
damn
minute,
good today.
No, Emmy made some really good saves. I mean, the one where it was, you had the two opportunities, he gets the one hand on it, and then Nato gets the second shot and it just goes off the defender. You're like, damn. And then you got the curl from Nato again to the far corner, and Emmy gets a hand on that one. You're like, damn it, what is this? When are we gonna get our chance, right? I mean, he's doing a good job, but it's a case of your Banter did well, but you need to have that for 90 minutes, right?
He didn't miss any chances. He scored.
Yeah,
he took advantage of the one he got.
And he took it well.
Thank goodness too.
Well, and also Nato with what he does, you're like he should just shoot. I think he was being a little bit passive.
How long do you think?
Because as soon as he puts his head down, they can't stop him.
How long do you think we'll keep him?
I don't. Yeah,
about 6 months.
Yeah, he looks really good when he
about
when
6
he
months.
decides when he decides to play.
You just got to get past
Did
January.
you guys buy him, or is he alone?
We bought him. He was $5 million.
You did buy him.
If we stay up, he's worth a fortune. If we go down, we'd take 15-20 million for him. But it's still profit.
Listen, Rafinha's available. Are you guys picking up Rafinha?
No.
Oh, come on,
And
man.
Rodrigo had
I heard.
Rodrigo also had opportunities.
So
you're like,
I heard, just to spread nonsense rumors, I heard that the company that owns PSG is looking to buy Leeds United.
Nope.
So they've told you guys to just buy a bunch of players to
From PSG?
up the valuation of
that's
Leeds United
as well. That was I can't remember which stupid website.
Okay, I've got something else for you. Me, Gary, and Mark, instead of spending a fortune going to see Leeds United, we're going to pool our cash. How much do you think we could get Leeds United for at this point? We got like $800 between us.
500 million.
But it's US.
I found
a couple of scratch offs. Like
801, man. We're moving.
500 million.
Well,
Next
fellas,
season,
it is.
you might
Gary,
get us.
are you drinking tonight or no?
Oh, yes, sir.
I gotta.
You are.
Since we're talking rumors and buying this and buying that. Now I know you guys are still working to get Mudryk, right? But like Trossard is on the market, and
you know what?
he's gonna go cheap.
You know what? The only problem
they've already agreed. It's like, we don't want you here, and I don't want to be here. Where does he go?
He's not. I don't think he's going to come to Arsenal because.
He didn't get enough playing time.
Well, no. If the reports are true, he's going to be a problem for Arteta. He doesn't like. I don't think he likes problem childs. I mean, you see what he's doing.
I don't know, man. He wasn't a problem with Potter.
Well, he's going. Is there something going on with him and the manager now? Right. That's why they're not talking.
Yeah, but reading everything about that, I don't know if that's all Trossard, though. You know,
but you know what? If
they just flat out don't like each other, and whatever his name is doesn't want him there. He's like dressing him down in front of players, and he's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here." Yeah,
see, I don't like that at all. Hearing what the manager is doing,
Brighton's
that
manager
to me is like
thrown him off the team. That's what's happening.
So what I'm afraid of with Arsenal is that we're finally going to sign Mudryk, not Modric. We're finally going to sign Mudryk.
I can't pronounce his fucking name.
And then it's going to be like, oh, yeah, and by the way, we're taking Trossard and Tielemans and fucking like all these Premier League.
You're like the kid. You're like the kid like writing Santa's letter that's like 15 pages long.
I don't want.
I want.
I feel like Arsenal fans are freaking out because all we've been talking about is Mudryk, and we're like, oh, we're blowing our wad on one player, and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, and by the way, 10 million, 25 million, 15 million, and we got 6 players.
You know what? Now is the time to buy because I was listening to somebody talk about this in the summer. in the summer, a lot of teams will be spending
Murdoch.
a lot of money. And if we get our business done now, then our summer will just be kind of light. We'll just be getting guys ready for the season, and that's it. Because think about it, we know we got a good starting 11. We can improve on it. Perfect. If not, we can get solid with our depth. Why not?
Have City bought anyone? They haven't, have they?
They don't need anyone.
They had
as
one.
Pella.
Oh, they had a player,
I'm
but they
sure,
put back
I'm
on
sure
loan.
they
I think.
need something.
They do. They need a couple of
But,
players.
you
I
know,
feel.
I got a little soft spot for Arteta today. I was watching his presser. You know, the pre-weekend
fucking
presser.
weird as all
And
hell,
he's
Mark.
and he's talking. He's giving it. And the very
I got
last
a little
question.
softy for.
No,
it is
no.
good. I
It's
think
just like,
Softy was good. I thought that
Arteta
was
showed a bit of human side rather than this fucking
Robot
fucking hard ass motherfucker.
I don't like
But
him.
he was asked whether or not he followed Murdoch, however it's pronounced.
His name's
Mudryk. He was asked if he followed Mudryk on social media, and I swear to God, Arteta almost blushed. It was really weird. But he was all just kind of like this, like sheepish smile, and it's like, oh, you're gonna spend the world for this kid.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, we're having a lovely conversation here, but we actually have two people waiting in the wings for us. So I want to introduce one of our, I want to invite on one of our long-running guests to get in here, and then we've got a special guest that I'll introduce very shortly after that. But speaking of teams that have no clue what they're doing or players that they're signing, we're going to talk a little bit about Liverpool. Bring on Chris from Dirty Jersey. How are you, Chris?
I'm waiting for Mark to call him Roger Murdoch.
Roger Murdoch. Yep.
I have no idea.
He's getting too old for this.
He's getting too old for this. Nope. I'm just gonna I'm gonna dance around it. I'm gonna come up with how many different versions. The love affair that Arteta has for Bill Murray. I'm just gonna butcher it because I just can't. No, that's gonna be a tough one to learn.
Mark,
it took me 2 weeks to be able to say Lopetegui, and now I just say J-Lo.
Yeah. So, Mark, the thing is, when you mess up so brilliantly, like Lukaku, Luke Cuckoo,
David De Gea,
David
shortstop,
don't just give us Mudrich.
Giants.
Don't just give us Mudrich.
Third.
Call him like Mudrake or something. Call Mud.
Well, I was gonna go with Mudvayne, but then that's a shameless plug of like a metal band gone by.
Mud Crutch. How about that? Is that Tom Petty's band?
I love it. You guys know too many bands, and Mark,
we do.
This day and age, you can't call out a band for going by. They can be whatever they want these days. They can be straight. They can be bi. They can be gay. They can be anything. Okay, we don't just because this band has gone by, it's fine. You don't have to call them out on that.
Oh. Right. Anyway, but it was just like to see Arteta just kind of blush when he was asked that question. It was just like, oh, I got to answer this question, and I do, but I don't want to tell him that I do. I mean, we've all seen it. We've all seen it. His Murdoch's post on Instagram with the praying hands, the latest bid that Arsenal has made, which is 90 now?
Mudryk, yeah.
He said Murdoch. So does that mean he flies helicopters and he gets taken out?
Wild card!
As long as we're not calling him like the NSYNC kid, because like all the like 90s boy band photos that have been coming out with him and his hair, enough.
Like
Chris,
Bungle. That's a good one.
Mr. Director,
Mr.
can we
Bungle.
cue the Arsenal boys in pink on that comment?
Oh, see, I want to add him to that one. I want to,
because that is like the boy band of all.
I'm gonna have to dig deep for that
stretch.
Have we not got Tom tonight?
What?
Have we not got Tom tonight?
Tom will be on later, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
on later.
But so I want to introduce somebody new to the show, guys, and I want you to be on your very best behavior, meaning give him a ton of shit, especially you, Mark, because your team plays his team. coming up soon.
Oh, good
Now,
help.
try
God
to guess
help us
who he
all.
supports. This is a team that has been doing so well in the last few seasons. They've been knocking on Europe's door for ages. They actually got into Europe the past couple seasons. They went to a final, if I'm not mistaken, of a European competition.
Semi-final.
Then they went out and they splashed a bunch of cash and got a bunch of people, the players that other teams actually wanted, to help their one upfront striker
West
who can't
Ham.
play every single day. And now they are knocking on the championship's door. You guys are correct. It is West Ham. Everybody give it up for Italy Jet. What's going on, Italy Jet?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, fellas? I love it. I
Are
love
you
it.
Italian, like by birth?
No, I'm
From
Irish.
Italy?
No, I'm Irish. What do you?
Hey.
I
I don't know. Maybe you're from the. I want to know if you're from the old country. You putz.
Like,
Are you an airline?
No. There we go. There's our boy band.
You are my
Oh man, they're just a
fire.
few chains short,
The
man.
one desire. No, I'm just a boy from Cork. My mother named me Italy. She'd always want to go there.
No, man. I just wondering if you were like born in the old country. If
No,
I'll
my
phrase
my
it that
family.
way. That's
was.
what I was trying to get at.
No, that's cool. My family was.
Okay.
And then
I was going to say, John.
You have your Italian citizenship?
so I was born here, but my family all are from
John
from
can get it for you.
From Sicily. So
Yeah, John
I'm
can
good.
take care of that.
Yeah.
Hey, DM me later. Let's get
Yep.
something going.
Yo, so Italy,
What's up, man?
we got to come up with something better to call you, because we're going to be talking a lot of shit and saying Italy
Hey.
Jet the whole time.
So
So,
technically,
hi,
you,
Jay.
you, you
Call
can
him
get
Jet.
made.
We're
You
gonna
could
call
be
you
made
Jet.
by a family because you've Sicilian parents.
Sure. If you
Yeah,
want.
cool, man.
So
Cool.
this is our main sponsor.
Love it,
Our
love
main
it.
sponsor of the show, guys, is a company called Docutrek. That is run by somebody you know and love, but he can actually help you if you're up to your grandparents in certain, depending on the country. If
No.
your grandparents
It's
it's
for
only
Italy.
parents.
For Italy you can go back as long as the chain of
Yeah,
citizenship
exactly.
isn't
Oh,
broken.
for Italy, you can go
Right.
back. Well,
Yeah.
John helps
Yeah.
people do that. So,
Hey,
John,
love it.
make me Italian somehow.
well, that's different.
Yeah.
He'll have to marry you.
I'm gonna have to marry you. Then I'm gonna have to kill you.
And that's a whole different
Yeah.
business John
Hey,
runs.
if you ever need something like that happen, just give me a
Hey,
shout.
whoa. YouTube is already taking 50% of the cut.
Hey.
They'll be like, we need
Hey.
75 if you're
Hey.
going to be talking about
It's gonna be
bourbon.
0 before you know it, but yeah.
It's close to that already. So big up to you. Let me ask you a question, Italy Jet.
What's up?
What the fuck is wrong with you that you support West Ham and the Jets? Do you also like ask your girlfriend to give it to you in the ass or what? Like, I don't understand. You're a
I
glutton for
apologize in
punishment.
Damn,
advance.
I love it. Bring it on. First off, what's really funny was, so I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I used to work for the Rams, St. Louis Rams when they were here. I used to work for the St. Louis Blues when they were, they're still here, and I used to work for the Buffalo Bills just a couple times a year. Me and my dad would do like road games, like on the field stuff for them. But when I became a Jets fan, I was a flag guy, those flag guys that come out of the tunnel and stuff.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys for the Rams, but all my favorite players were just on the Jets. I can name Curtis Martin, Wayne Corbett. I mean, it was just, I love with it. And then, yeah. And then, Hofstra, yeah. And then with West Ham, I've always just loved the players. One of my favorite players is Declan Rice. And yeah, I just always love the colors too. But overall, I just love the way they play their game, especially the last few years, but even when I was a kid too. But yeah, I know. It seems like all the teams I have, it's like always kind of screwing me over just a little bit. But hopefully
Nah,
that'll turn
I'm
around.
just fucking with you. We got
Oh
respect
no!
for-
I know
we
how
got
bad
respect
West
for
Ham is
people.
right now. Like it's bad. Like,
but I
it's
have
more than
a
that.
lot of respect for people who anytime I ask them like, yo, who do you support? And they
Yeah.
don't say there you go, the last Jets Super Bowl party. No, I have respect for anybody who doesn't mention one of the big 6-7 teams. or anybody in La Liga who's a La Liga fan that doesn't say Real Madrid or Barcelona. So
Yeah.
I get it. And we actually have a few West Ham fans that we know and love that come on the show a
We
lot.
have more
So
West Ham fans on the show than Liverpool fans for sure.
yeah, we have
Oh, for
one.
real?
No, we have 2 Liverpool. We now have Dave
yeah, true.
from Ireland who
Oh,
will
cool.
come on here. So, but yeah, you got to know the pain. And this fella
No
over
United
here
fans though. Man United
down
fans.
there, Leeds United.
Don't get. United fans.
They've seen a lot more pain than you guys because actually
Yes,
West Ham is
Leeds.
one of the longest running teams that hasn't been relegated in the longest amount of time. I think it's West Ham, Arsenal.
Well, 2008, I think.
2008.
Yeah, they've been down twice in the last
Yeah.
15 years.
I
Yeah.
thought that was the-
But they come up and
Yeah, they
Never
came
mind.
up, yeah.
One of the really long ones, I think.
Everton,
Everton.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
right.
Obviously, Man U, Liverpool. They've been down,
Groovy.
but not for
That's
a
my
long
boy.
time.
That's right. This
It's
isn't a
groovy.
show about facts.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you, don't bring any facts to the show. We like opinions and shit
lies.
talking. And lies. Lies. Yeah, we're
All
very
right.
big on the
All
lies.
right.
You
If
can have
you-
facts,
if
but
you
they
wanna
can't be
lie.
in great detail. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
be
Don't
like,
go into
you know,
once you bring
you're
in
just like,
numbers.
oh,
we're
yeah,
like,
yeah, right. You know, Rodrigo scored. Yeah,
The
that's
feel- the
fact enough
feel-
for us.
The feel is more important than being
That
correct.
was
As long as
another
you feel
player.
like you're right.
Go to the last comment. That's another player that was one of my favorites.
the Canyo.
Yeah, Tecano.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a baller.
Love him.
Yeah.
But no, here's a lie. West Ham's going to win the Premier League.
There you go. You know,
And
maybe
how
someday,
old will you be when that happens?
maybe someday in the future. So let me ask you, how much is it going to cost to sell us Declan Rice?
100.
Ooh, what? So you're in Arsenal. I just want to make sure who's fans of who. So you're Arsenal. He's Leeds, top right.
Wolves above you.
DWTT. Okay, Mark.
Wolves above
Wolves.
you.
Cool. And then Chris.
And then
Liverpool.
Dirty Chris.
Liverpool.
Sorry, I
gotcha,
always
gotcha.
say Dirty Chris, but
It
Chris
is
from
Dirty
Dirty
Chris.
Jersey.
He's going to end up in
Jersey's
Manchester.
just dirty in general.
That's what I
don't
think
know why
too.
he did that.
That's what I
Maybe
think
it's
too.
just
I think
Jersey
it's
Chris.
Manchester United. I think he's going to go to. That's
Yeah,
why I
go
keep
to
hearing
Manchester.
a lot about that.
And if not Man United, City will replace Phillips.
Yeah, I think it's 65 million. I think that's
65,
what-
fucking do it.
that's
Let's
nothing,
pull
man.
the-
That's
pull
what.
the fucking
That's why I
trigger.
keep
You're
hearing. That's
Roger
why I keep
Murdoch
hearing.
at 65.
Right.
You gotta get
Roger
Pickles.
Murdoch.
Hold on a minute, Lolo. I thought it was
Roger
Man
Murtaugh.
City he was going for a job
I
for,
was
not
one
Arsenal.
day from retirement. Reeves. One day from retirement, and they brought me back.
Well, hey, I mean, now I'm hearing Dawson Antonio might go to the Wolves now. So, I mean, do you guys
Wolves
want
are
him?
buying everybody. We haven't
you
even
want 'em?
mentioned that.
Do you want
Wolves
him?
have just like redone their entire squad, all
Yeah.
attackers. They're going, fuck
Right.
it. Everybody can score against us. We don't care.
And I'm sorry, but if
I'm
you've
here for
gone a year and a half without scoring goals, what do you think your problem is?
But I feel like they're getting.
Why
a bunch
would
of
you
creative
not?
players
And
not
this is a new manager. What it obviously was agreed upon that if you hire me, you're going to spend. You're going to give me whatever I want, and I'm going to pull you out of the fucking cellar. And that's what's happening. Now we have bought, but does this mean that we're going to sell in the January window? Do we finally give, it's like, all right, Neves, you deserve
Send
better
him
than
over.
this,
Send them
you
over.
know?
Send them
Man, do
over.
it.
I don't
Do
know.
it.
I don't know
want
who
Neves.
we're going to
Give
end
me
up
Neves.
selling. I mean, my guess, although it sucks because he's actually come alive in the last few games, is we're probably going to get rid of Raul.
I think Wang's on the list.
Wang is supposedly it's linked. He's linked to Leeds.
No,
Yeah,
Leeds
that's-
got- Leeds got one.
But
Leeds
guess
have
what,
just
man? These
bought Rutter.
players are actually doing well
They are. When Jimenez came
with
back.
Lopetegui.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they did fuck all with Lage, mostly because they were hurt. But Jimenez at the beginning of the season gets hurt. Fuck off with Wolves. Da 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 da. In the meantime, while he's in Mexico, they fire the manager and hire Lopetegui. And Raul he may not be getting goals, but he's getting more opportunities than he had.
I love Sarabia.
So I mean, who knows? Who knows? But
Yeah,
I like what
Sarabia
I
is
see.
good, man.
Yeah,
I like
agreed.
him a lot.
Yeah. Wolves got a
Sarabia
good
is good.
squad.
And you know what I also will have to say, since we're on this tangent of Wolves in the January window, in the past we've been really slow and we wait for the leftovers. This season we're going quick and hard, which is I've never seen that.
That's
before.
number Wang.
That's
sorry.
number Wang. Yes.
You said we're going hard, so that's number Wang. Moving on.
First he started
hard.
his show off softy, and now he's getting hard. Man, what is going on?
I was watching Mikel Arteta, and he gave me a major soft on.
Has Arsenal landed anyone?
No. My hardened heart and hatred of the man softened a little bit. My hatred of all things.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Right.
Has Arsenal landed any transfers yet?
No.
They don't need anybody.
God.
Wow.
Oh, I like that. Thunder Road, Antonio and Traore equals Harlem Heat.
Oh, geez.
Not really sure the
Harlem
part of
can
Harlem,
score
but,
for you.
But
Will
damn.
either one put it in the back of the net, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Antonio can score for you,
Antonio will get like 4 in one game, and then maybe
No, the good
fuck off.
No, and Antonio could play center back for you as well. Antonio's played every position except keeper. So
Something
I still
He's a
as
bit of a
neutral,
beast.
He's probably one
I
of my
would take him.
favorite
I don't
players
think
in the
we
last
go
10
for him,
years.
but I would take him.
Would you
I
take
would take him
Dawson
over,
from us?
before Dawson.
Okay,
Say
yeah,
again?
that's what I was going to say. Would you take Dawson? Or no?
I don't really understand why we would go after Dawson.
I want him gone.
But
so take him.
I'd take Jared Bowen off you. Definitely.
Sure, who wouldn't?
What would you give me for him?
What would I give you, for Jared Bowen? I would give you.
I've got a Pikachu.
An
I would give
HJ.
you. I would give you a.
I'm looking at
Furpo.
a half a pack of Guinness.
I'd give you a double trade. You could have a Furpo
And 3 queens.
Maybe I would also give
an art
you
diploma.
Jack Harrison.
Oh, I like Jack Harrison. Well, I'll have my
Jack
people call your
Harrison could
face
do
out.
well on West Ham. I feel like
I
Jack
think he
Harrison
can
wouldn't do
too.
bad on-
I don't know, man.
Bowen-
I hear so much chatter
I'll
about
take
how
Fornells off you.
Harrison is not
You can use a
Premier League
midfielder.
material.
He had a few good moments tonight, but
I don't
he's
know.
not
Bowen
consistent
hasn't been
enough for me.
showing up lately, and he had such a great year last year, but he hasn't been showing up lately. But I don't think we're gonna can
well,
him yet.
we'll loan you Harrison, and then you give us Bowen. And then,
I just don't understand how West Ham can go and strengthen their squad.
Oh, I
with
know.
Skamaka
Dude,
and Cornet
it's Moyes
and
It's
get
Moyes.
worse.
It's not only that, but like we've had some injuries. I know a lot of people have injuries and stuff, but that kind of like didn't really do good with the flow there. But not only that, like Moyes is not changing things up. He's sticking to everything that he knows. He's not doing what's best for the team. And I think that's one of the reasons why too. And I think it's a split locker room because of Rice too, because he wants to leave so bad. So that's another thing that I think is kind of playing a little bit of part. And in my personal opinion, I love Rice. He's one of my favorite players, but it's one of those things where if your captain is not all the way there, and then you're having issues with the left side of the ball too.
I just don't think he's a different. I think he's a very good player, but I don't think he's a difference maker for like what you can get 2 or 3 players for what he's worth.
Talk about Bowen or Rice. Right.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
he has a massive market in China.
I think there's
And Saudi Arabia. You want to go there?
Was that a Rice joke? Was that a Rice joke? Was that actually a Rice joke?
I didn't.
That went.
Bro, that went
That
way
went
over
right
my
over my
head.
head.
That
Give
went
him
way
10
over
points.
my
Who's
fucking
keeping
head.
score? Nobody. What do I have you here watching me for?
There's no
I
way
just-
there.
I think
The
he's
studio audience
He's
over
a
here.
good
they're
replacement
useless.
midfielders at 30-40 million. Like I think you can get 2 players for what he's worth.
I think that's the case with any type of big market signing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Arsenal signing Rupert Murdoch.
He's not going to stay forever.
You can get 2 players for him.
The problem is
kind of
that
money.
as soon as he wanted to leave, they needed to let him go so they could
Yeah.
continue to build, continue to do whatever they're going to do next.
Exactly.
Right? Because now, like you said, it's not helping. He's
It's
got an
not.
eye in the door, every time it opens to see if somebody's coming to get him.
That's why you have to sell before it gets to that point.
Exactly. And I hope like I said, I love Rice, but I hope he leaves in January. I don't think it's going to happen, but I really want this team to get back on track so we don't get relegated. That's all I care about. At the end of the day, don't get relegated.
Yeah. Well,
Chris, I don't see that happening for West Ham.
Getting relegated.
I think Everton gets relegated before West Ham does.
All day long, yeah.
You know, it's going to be Everton, Southampton,
the longer they
and
keep
Bournemouth.
Frank, I think the more likely it happens. Too.
Frank at the wheel. It's great.
So, Chris, is this situation with Declan Rice something similar to the Mo Salah situation? Because you were one of the only Liverpool fans that I know that last season was saying to sell Salah.
I mean, I think
now it's playing out the way you said it would.
I think it's
of like he's losing value.
Yeah, but he's like, you're not.
He was at his highest value then.
You're signing him for 2 more years of peak performance. I think it's different because Declan Rice is going to be good through his next 5 or 6 year contract, where a 5-year contract for Salah might start looking bad around year 3, year 4. So I think it's a little bit different. I just think, in one sense, it is the idea of selling him at a high.
Yeah,
I think that opportunity's been missed for Liverpool, because now he's not going to get sold during this contract, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So in that sense, it's the same, but it was more because, it's kind of like the Aaron Judge contract. Like the last 4 years of that contract are probably not going to work out that well for the Yankees.
Yeah. Oh God, no. Yeah. The minute they signed him to that amount of money, and it's just trickled, you're going to see a massive massive change in Major League Baseball, where all these teams are just going to have spent so much money that some of the mid-market teams are going to get a chance. Milwaukee Braves, maybe Minnesota Twins.
Milwaukee
Braves.
Kansas City.
Is
Milwaukee Braves. What are we?
That's where they were before Atlanta.
I say the Braves. I meant the Brewers.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
Come on.
I wasn't born in that time, but great. Yeah.
I got a brain tumor apparently. I got a sports brain tumor.
Let's bring him back.
It's crippling. I don't fucking
up next,
know.
Cameron Hank.
Yeah, no, Momax is right. Our problems are much more our midfield than our attack.
I wasn't sure if you were saying Milwaukee, Braves, somebody else.
Maybe I was.
No,
that would have been a much better story, but not nearly as funny.
Hank
He's like, and I swear to God, if Lucille Ball wins another Golden Globe, I'm out of here.
Milwaukee.
The legs on that girl. Let me tell you.
The legs on that girl. Well, guys,
rock or what?
Guys, speaking of getting in trouble with the FCC, the FCC has just called me up on my landline and told me that this show has far too few Leeds United supporters on the screen right now. Ben's shaking his solemn head, and the guy in the wings is, eat those goddamn chips before you come on camera, you fucking bastard. I see you down there.
I'm sorry about that, Lolo.
Away,
I let him eat chips on the show, and now he thinks he can do it anywhere.
Now and he's just crackle. Okay,
it's
put those goddamn chips
the
away.
Old ladies in the
It's
afternoon
Mr. Tom, everybody.
matinee. They pull out the
one Werther's original. Takes you 14 minutes to open.
Crumble.
Hey, there's Philip up the villa. Good to see you, Philip. It's been a long time.
Other brands are available.
How's camping? How's camping going?
He looks like B Rabbit right now.
There's Mom's spaghetti. Good to see you, Tom. How are you, man? Stop eating those goddamn chips.
I'm cold. I'm sick. I hate football. I'm a bit 50-50 with Leeds United at the moment. Yeah, let's get the Tom love going. Go on, Bandy.
Yeah, there you go.
All you need in that phrase is just, and God hates me.
Oh, here's a good question. What is your heaven affair club? Like, it's like they'd say
Arsenal. Clearly, he does more Arsenal shows than he does Leeds United shows.
Who's the club you're allowed to have an affair with just once?
I'm a one club man. No one.
What?
No one?
Oh, no one. Okay, I
No
didn't
one.
know what he's talking about. Okay.
I
No
have
one?
a list of
Passionate.
clubs that I hate,
Passionate.
which is a lot of clubs, and ones that I hate less, which is a far smaller list.
I think Ben's is York City.
Celtic, I like.
Never mind. We don't have to answer that question.
I like seeing
Oh, I like
Leroy
that
do
question.
well.
Who's your mistress club? You are my fire.
Well, we know your mistress club, Lolo.
Y'all know mine. BL says Leeds United.
Nottingham
I
Forest.
actually physically hate
Forest.
all other clubs.
I like
they
Forest. I
make
like their
me
history.
mad. Forest. I fucking hate Forest.
Good
I'm
for
just
you.
hoping the 49ers, seeing as their investment in Leeds United, that they loan us.
49ers can all go to hell.
No, well, I hope they loan us their defense because they've got like the best defense.
Tell
And
him
we've
to
got the
call
worst.
to recall Colin Kaepernick. I'm sure he
in
could
one
play
of the
somewhere
worst
on the pitch for you.
divisions in
Oh,
the NFL, and they play them 6 times.
If Bosa is
I'm not
running through the
sold.
middle,
I'm not
you're
sold
fine.
on
Nobody's
a
getting through your
49er
defense. Come on.
where the rest
Really?
of their division didn't have a winning record. This is like the Patriots back when.
Wait,
but
I thought
they're
the
not
NFC
Patriots.
They were in
South
your
was the
division.
worst.
They were in your thing, weren't they? You finished third, they finished second.
Oi.
Your conference or whatever it's
yeah.
called.
Well, we also play in a shit division.
Listen,
Hey,
guys,
so-
if we don't
I'm
keep Mr.
Sorry,
Tom
man.
talking,
You know,
he's
the
just going to
actually
eat
the
chip
Packers and the
piss me
Lions
off.
were pretty good.
The Lions came strong, didn't
By
they?
the way,
I've got-
Chris,
I've got
wait
6 of
wait
these.
for those Lions to put away the Packers.
We're talking about football that uses their feet.
Yeah.
They use their feet.
No,
To
they
run.
don't. No, they don't.
They just
They
float.
don't. They run on skates.
They use a Segway.
Segue.
That'd be something.
Huh.
That would be some football. Mr. Tom, so what were your thoughts on the match today? Unless that's not what you want to talk about.
Well, I was secretly hoping that you had already discussed it, so I
I noticed you didn't join in until like 45 minutes into the show. You're usually earlier than that.
I may have had a nap to try and get some of the what's the right word for it? The bad vibes away from it.
Fury.
It's fucking
Fury.
awful. I'm angry. I'm angry, crushed, disappointed. Every negative adjective or pejorative or anything that you can conjure up is what I'm feeling, because ultimately I feel like we deserve to win the contest, but deep down we didn't deserve to win the contest because football is graded on goals and not who had the most shots, possession, territory. And if we could fucking defend, we might have actually got out of Villa Park with something tonight, but we clearly can't fucking defend, so we didn't.
This is the angriest I've seen you. I like it.
So, Tom, who are you actually mad at then?
It's hard to narrow it down to one specific person because I'm now we didn't lose because of the refs, all right? Let me just say this now. We lost because we can't defend. Okay, so no matter what I'm about to say, it is still because we can't defend. But I was quite perturbed at how apparently you can put all your hands all over Rodrigo, like he's a cheap whore, but apparently, if Aston Villa have something that needs to be looked up, yeah, thanks, John. If Aston Villa have something that needs to be looked over, oh, we'll check that for 25 fucking minutes. When I knew after 14 seconds of seeing the first replay that the Villa player was fucking onside, I fucking knew he was fucking onside because I got eyes, and I didn't need to take me 25 fucking minutes to use them. But Rodrigo gets hauled down in the box. Oh, no. Oh, VAR's checked it. No, why don't you fucking check it? You're the fucking ref. Why don't you go and fucking look at it? Sorry.
Another
Tom,
point was,
tell us, Tom. Do not say sorry.
why was
Fuck your sorry.
why was the
Stuff
Argentine
that sorry in a sack.
the time wasted Argentine twatting goal? Why did it take him so long to book him?
Wait, Ben.
Because he didn't want to have to send him off.
Hold on. The time-wasting Argentine twat world champion.
I don't care what he world champion.
I'm just saying it's like saying Daenerys Targaryen. You got to say the whole fucking thing.
Leeds had a world champion once called Rocky Jr. Twat.
Mr. Tom, continue your rant, please.
We conceded 16 goals. No, in all seriousness, that's the worst signing we've ever had. No one will buy be worse than that. But
who?
No.
Rocky Jr.
Rocky Jr. We bought him on loan from AC Milan. He played 4 games. He got, I believe, I could be wrong. He got sent off in the first game, but across the 4 games, we conceded 16 goals. He did score against Scum though in the League Cup. So.
He got a red card on his first game on loan.
Yeah, it's basically it. Yeah.
So he pulled a Pedro Felix, right? Yeah. So he pulled a Felix.
They all looked at Darwin Nunez and said, "You know what? Hold my beer. I think I can do better than that."
Yeah, pretty much.
We both played at Benfica.
Yeah, so Benfica has just decided, listen, guys, we can fuck the Premier League over. Like, we're going to send all you guys, and just, here's what you got to do. You are going to be fucking fantastic, but never actually score a goal. You are going to fucking Liu Kang everybody and go kicking people, jumping, karate chopping in the air. Mr. Tom, continue to tell us why you're so angry.
All right, so Scooby, all right, fair enough. You think it's not a pen. Absolutely fine. If that happens to Harry Kane tomorrow, is it going to be a pen? Of course it fucking is.
Only if Lolo goes to the bathroom.
No, and the thing is, Tom is
nothing
right.
to do with that.
Tom is right. He said tomorrow. And we don't even play till Sunday, but I know they're already writing it in the books tomorrow. That's the thing.
They will start the game with a yellow card for a foul.
And just wait, when Harry Kane gets a penalty, they're gonna go timeout. I know we don't use this in this sport, but we're going to right now. They're gonna remove the net and the goal. They're gonna bring a 40-foot one tall and put it there for him so he can kick it really high and it'll go in this time.
Actually, if he kicks it over, it will count for 3 goals this time.
It will count. 3 goals, 3 points. Goals. Field goal. Ugh.
I wish I could feel, or actually I feel it, but I wish I had the same passion and the same anger that Mr. Tom had after I was watching Liverpool Wolves. I just can't get that angry. I think I just fucking keel over and have a heart attack.
I literally said we lost because we can't defend. I said it 4 times clearly, Philip. I said it.
I was actually angry for you because there was nothing wrong with that goal.
There's a lot of things wrong in that game.
And I said your goal was a goal.
I can't get angry.
I said it.
But
I have to say,
no,
Phillip,
Tom, you can't defend. Well, I mean, you can because you only give up 2 today. See, obviously you defended a bit. Melier had a few sweaty moments.
But congratulations, you won.
Well, moving on. Who have we got next? Cardiff away.
Well, guys, this weekend, actually, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, first, besides all the derbies that we have going on, Mark's team is playing Italy Jets team. Wolves versus West Ham, the battle of the W's. Both teams going for a dub. Both teams going to end up with 1 point. What do we think about that one, guys?
Well, I definitely know that if we lose to West Ham, we won't fire our manager. We got that going for us.
Shoot, I could say the same thing about my situation.
Actually, I think you wait till after Everton. I think if things don't find a correct course really quick, and I don't even think, but I think right after the Everton match, I think is when Moyes he'll be cast out of the toy box. You know, isn't there like a 2-week break after that?
Yeah, but like I'm gonna see it to believe it, honestly, because like I know we won in the FA Cup, but like.
Oh man, for sure, he's got a lot of credit with the club and the fan base. But
here's my question: if he gets fired, do you just go for like someone to save the season manager? Because I think the profile of West Ham should have a really good manager right now. Like
if you
you probably could have someone like
Tuchel.
like
yeah,
like who's the coach at Villa? Like Emery level
Right.
manager. I think there's enough money and enough players to attract a really good manager.
I would like Tuchel or Pochettino.
What about Mark Noble?
Hey man, I would love that.
He works for the organization.
He still works for them,
club
but like
president or something. He's like a high up.
He's high up, but like, will they do it though? It's like bringing in Lampard and
what about Sam Allardyce?
No,
Just for the end of the year.
Right, but I think honestly, I would love that Mark Noble do it because he still has respect and stuff, and everyone loves him. He's a legend in the locker room and everything. But overall,
he's not ready. He's not
exactly. He's just not ready to be a coach. Maybe put him in the academy
It would also
first.
be the same shit.
Exactly.
What about
the academy first? Maybe coach him in the academy first.
Sean Dyche.
I've heard that part of London has a lot of grannies. So what about Mr. Wayne Rooney?
Hell no.
Oh my gosh, no.
Wayne Rooney's doing fantastic things.
I know, but like I don't want to.
It's like what, 1 year?
Let's just hope Frank doesn't go to his boyhood club.
Gerard's available.
Gerard's available. There you go.
That's not a bad shout.
What about Thomas Frank at Brentford?
Good man.
No, he doesn't leave Brentford. There's no reason for him to. He's happy there.
Alan Partridge
bring in Claudio Ranieri or something. No, it's not happening, but it's funny. No.
Yeah. What about Potter? There you go, Philip. Good one. I heard he's going to be available.
You know
soon.
what? He just might be available soon.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
thinks they're going to Chelsea. Yeah.
What about Jack Wilshere?
I would like
Jack
to smoke what
Wilshere's
you're
doing
smoking.
good things.
What about Noble?
Laugh.
Didn't we just say?
Said Mark Noble.
Yeah, we said Mark Noble.
Sorry, I was.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, we are at the halfway point in the show. We are going to have a quick bio break because we're old men who are drinking a shit ton of beer. So we will be back in just a few minutes. We only have a short video today. It's about 2 minutes. So stand by, and we will be right back with the second half of the show, which will start off with Mr. Tom's. God damn it, I said it wrong again. Which will be with Betting in the Dark with Mr. Tom. I can't say Mr. Tom's Betting in the Dark with Mr. Tom.
That's better.
Too many Mr. Toms in that statement. You want me to do it? Okay. We will be right back with Mr. Tom's Betting in the Dark with Mr. Tom, brought to you by Tom's of Hanover. And now I'm all confused. And then
can I play the freaking video?
No, I've already peed my pants. We're gonna skip the bio break at this point. We will be right back in just a couple of minutes. Stick around now.
One internet show combines a picturesque Brooklyn neighborhood, the most popular sport around the world, some cameras, microphones, and attitude. News 12's Dan Serafin tells us about On the Stoop.
If you're a soccer fan in New York City, you probably look back fondly on getting together in a large group to watch a game. One Brooklyn fan,
what's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo.
Wanted to create that atmosphere for everyone.
We want to bring what it feels like to be in a bar, to be in a pub, to be out in a stoop in Brooklyn, and just talking football.
Working behind the scenes on television and movies meant Lolo had all the equipment.
I've always wanted to be in front of the camera, and I'm always entertaining people backstage. I got my buddy Mark, who's one of these guys at the bar who didn't even watch Premier League, but had Premier League talked at him.
Never watched a single match of football until the day before we shot. Just never had an opportunity to watch it, learn about it, and now it's a crash course.
And now he watches more football than most.
I was mispronouncing names so badly.
But that became our thing.
Exactly,
where it's
and now I don't do it so often.
In a little more than a year that the show's been in existence, the guys tell me they've seen a rise in viewers and followers on social media. They've also welcomed guests onto the show from all over the world.
Manchester, Madrid, Dublin. We're 50% facts and about 80% attitude, but we make it fun. And we don't care if we're wrong. Just like being in the bars.
They'll talk soccer in the rain, in the snow.
Last summer we had a kiddie pool.
We sat here in the kiddie pool because it was so hot.
On the Stoop with Lolo has new shows whenever the Premier League is in action. I'm Dan Seraphin, News 12.
Well, there you go. I haven't seen that in a while. I hadn't seen that little clip in a long time.
Yeah,
So
that was
there you
really
go.
cool.
That
was really cool.
PG.
Yeah.
Well, why do you do it on the Stoop? I'm all confused.
Why do we do it on the Stoop? Because that's the name of the show. Somebody named our show before we had it, so we just had to do it. Like, we were hoping they would call it From the Basement, but no. So now we have to go outside. But anyway, we are back for the second half of the show. We are in the second. Oh my God!
Just said that, yeah.
How much are these fucking beers? 7%. That's why. Sorry. All right. I only had 2 beers in the first half of the show, so we're gonna kick that up a little bit, and I'm gonna try and get through the rest of this 6-pack in the next 55
I just like
minutes.
how
So
you
here we
blew
go.
the dust off of it before you opened it.
Blow the dust off that bitch. Yes, I will. All right, so guys, it is time for a lovely segment that you all know and we all love. Tom, stop eating fucking chips and get ready. This is your big moment.
Betting in the dark with Mr. Tom.
Come on, love, place your bets.
All right. Oh, damn, John. Kicking it up for Friday the 13th. I love it.
Cyril.
Cyril even has the Jason mask.
I thought something was wrong with his head. I was like, what's going on there?
He got the perspective on it. He
done.
put a little skew. Well done.
Wow. All right, we're chasing big cash this week, lads. All right. So we're going. City are going to win this. City are going to win this, despite Man United's miraculous upturn in form. Man United are back, everyone. They're back. They're fucking back because they beat Charlton and Bournemouth. They're back, baby. They're not back. Man City are going to smack them up the side of the head tomorrow. Haaland's going to get 2 of them, and yeah, De Bruyne's going to get at least one of the assists. Turn 1
How
into
is this 130 to 1? Like, this doesn't seem. This looks like it should be like a 38 or something. Like,
because
that's great. I'll do that right fucking now.
It's because they're back.
And what?
Yeah, go on, Chris.
Patty Power doesn't know they're back yet.
My question is it's at this match is at Trafford, right?
Yes, on the toilet. Yeah.
The old Trafford.
Just so that you're looking when you're looking at it and you do it from your correct score, 2-1 would be for United. So we want 1-2 for any of you that are betting out there. Because I make dumb bets for little mistakes like that.
He did say Manchester will win. Man City will win 2-1. But I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? The way it sits in here, as far as the interface on the betting site. My betting site.
That though, because if any other Man City player scores, the bet's dead.
Yeah.
And there's a Maguire own goal going to happen at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. But they gave me a talking to 2 weeks ago, and they wanted me to start chasing the big money. So I'm chasing the big money, and this is chasing, baby.
They're back, baby.
We're back.
They're back.
3-1 City.
Oh, I like 3-1 better.
You'd get even more if that happened. I mean, you'd get nothing if you did this and then that happened. But I mean, if you chose 3-1 and that happened, your Saturday night would be paid for.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling one of these goals would have been a De Bruyne goal, but it's going to touch Haaland's hair and go in.
Probably.
That's the second one.
Yeah, it's
one of those ones that Ronaldo is trying to claim.
I like the bet purely because it's Man United getting beat. So
Right. If
And
anything
the
happens,
payouts are just getting bigger, baby. They're getting
like
bigger,
it.
not lower.
Well,
I like it.
hold
bigger,
on.
baby.
I was just putting this in here, and yeah, it's got. Whew, man, this one is
It's
Keep
massive.
going.
looking real good.
Exact
Yeah.
scores are always gonna, I think, pay out.
Those
yeah,
are tough.
and
Well,
and
Yeah.
he's totally right. If anybody else scores a goal, you're dead. But yeah, it looks like we have about the same odds here. $1 gets me 135. So yeah. All right. I like that they said Kevin De Bruyne to get one or more. Like if you put to get one assist, and if he got two, you would lose. But one or more, like that's fucked
Well,
up.
on the thing, it's actually any time assist, but I thought
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
more specific
Yeah.
that if he got both assists,
But if he gets
Yeah,
3
that's-
assists, you're done.
You're dead. Yeah.
basically,
Or
yeah.
if he gets half an assist.
if he
half an
assists
assist, you're
Manchester United's goal, then you'd win. So
I don't know if they do those. All right, I'm loving it. I'm loving that. What do you guys think? Italy Jet, by the way, this is a segment of our show where Tom gives us beautiful, terrible bets that you should not place.
I like
but you
it.
could if you wanted to.
I'm not a betting man, but I'm along for the ride.
All
There
right,
you
here we
go.
go for the ride, baby.
I want both
All right,
teams.
Tom,
just to
let's
go
do it.
Boom.
I want both teams to lose bad, but I mean, it is what it is. I think City's gonna win 3-1. Holland will score. Morez will score at the last minute, but that second goal, I think Holland's gonna do it again.
I try to
And-
put in both teams losing. It would not accept that bet.
Yeah, and then Man United's
Well,
goal is gonna
FanDuel-
be Anthony. It's gonna be
No,
Rashford.
I put both teams to lose, and it was like 48,000 to 1, and I put $10 on it. And FanDuel was like, "Sure, we will take that. We
Right.
will absolutely take that bet."
Right. FanDuel.
I don't know who you use, but FanDuel was happy to take my money.
Director John, if you would be so kind as to make the second one beautiful, the timing.
Oh,
Nunez might be injured.
Okay, so I've gone with a 2-2 correct score. Mr. World Cup, Mac, Alistair, and Nunez to get both goals.
To score
253
2
to
goals?
1, baby.
He might be out.
wow. Yeah, you're talking about Nunez, right?
Yeah, Nunez, I think. is-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I heard too. Yeah.
And I would say the fact that Nunez is
Well,
out
he's
makes
good.
him more likely to score 2 goals than if he was playing.
Hey, he scored 10 goals faster than Luis Suarez did. Come on, man. He had 3 games. He had 3 games where he should have scored and didn't, and people are crushing him. He's been such a good signing.
What about Gakpo? Are they going to put him in eventually?
He played in
Yeah.
that.
He'll play.
He played against Wolves.
I think he has to play because Diaz and Jota are out for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Jota's out until like February,
March,
so he'll be
right?
back
Yeah.
soon. It sounds like.
I think he got pushed to March. I'm not sure. Or maybe,
What I'm reading right now is that he could come back as early as the 4th of February.
You know you're on the slide,
So-
Chris.
So this match is the only other match that Mark and I were interested in talking about this week, by the way. This match I think will be fucking
This
don't
could be good.
think
but
Liverpool win this match. I know you don't have them as winning here, but I think a 2-2 is more likely, or a Brighton win is more likely than, especially with Nunez out.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna leak goals until we sort out our midfield situation.
Oh, for sure.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I think,
like nobody realizes how shocking it was that Arsenal went in and just demolished them for the first 20, 30 minutes.
yeah.
And then it became more of a normal Brighton match where they were scoring goals, they were doing things, but like everyone's like, "Oh, it's Brighton, they're terrible," and it's like, no, they're not terrible. Brighton are putting up 3 or 4 goals nearly every match. It's crazy, and that's been without McAllister, Deuce McAllister, for the past 3 matches or so. So Deuce McAllister, yep, that's what I call him now. Yep.
Well, anyway, if he does play, yeah, because of all the negative press he's getting, I've got a feeling he's going to come out firing and he's going to punish someone, but he'll still end up drawing. So
I had that same thought when I put him in my fantasy team when I got a complete redo and I was like, he's due and he's fucking 9 million pounds and it's gotten me 2 points every fucking game.
Right.
He's gone now. I got rid of him for Bomo.
Someone's gonna sign him this summer, right?
Right.
He's not staying at Brighton.
But this is a very interesting pick. All right, next one. Oh shit.
right, we're going for even bigger money here. Okay.
Whoa.
And this is very specific. Okay.
Whoa.
He has to score Arsenal's third goal.
The last goal. I like that.
Huh.
He usually scores the last goal, does he not?
That's what I thought
He
too.
doesn't start.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah.
he.
Well.
He usually finishes it off.
Yeah.
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 Last two matches.
I've just got a feeling that there's going to be fireworks in this game because there has to be, because you need to win and they definitely need to win. And a draw suits neither of you. So, boom. And Megadez will probably get another booking.
I hate Stan Kroenke. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
This is a game, Italy Jet, that you both want them to lose.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
This is rough. I mean, as long as Saka and Saliba don't get a yellow card, that's the thing that I'm most concerned with. Like, even if we lost this match, like that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But if we lost this match and Saka and Saliba got yellow cards, then they'd both be out for the Manchester United match. Then that's possibly losing that one. So to me, I'm more concerned with how chippy this match can get. So I'm very, very concerned with this match.
Oh, I'm not concerned with it remotely, but I do think that's what will happen.
Well, there you go.
Does Saka get a lot of yellow cards? He'll be fine, right?
Yeah, he's got four. He's got four. So
our weekend's over.
So let me ask you this, Lolo: if you're a manager, do you sit Saka?
You don't sit
and
it,
maybe
no, you don't-
and maybe go
nobody's
with the
sitting
Neil Smith
anybody
row
in this game.
Nah,
it doesn't matter.
no.
You got to
Mark,
win this
just-
one, and then if it
No,
doesn't matter.
I'm being legit.
No, Mark.
It sounds
Mark,
like
to
to you
answer your
that
answer your
Saka
question
would be more important for against United than he would be in this match.
Yeah.
You know?
So I get what you're saying, but what I was saying was more we need him for both matches.
Gotcha.
So if we lost this match, that's one thing. But if we lose this match and lose either one of those players,
now I'm following.
that'll be
you.
even worse. But
So,
to answer your question with a question, did you watch Arsenal's Amazon documentary All or Nothing? Did you watch that?
Nope.
No.
Mark,
No.
you didn't? Okay.
No.
So there's a moment in there where Saka talks about imagine scoring at a North London derby. Imagine that there would be nothing better than that. And then he scores in the documentary. He scores in the North London derby. So to me, Saka knows what this match is. He knows what it means. And he's going to go balls to the wall. That's why I am also afraid that if it gets chippy, he's going to be in on that action, you know?
Right.
And we could end up.
When does it never get chippy?
It always
Yeah,
gets chippy.
it's always
So-
gets chippy.
There
Yeah.
you go. So there's no need to be worried about it because you know it's going to happen.
But that's what I'm saying, Evan. Saliba and Saka on 4 yellow cards right now. So
They're going to have to take a suspension at some point, though, aren't they? So
no.
One more
It
game.
wipes clean after
Yeah.
Manchester United.
Yeah, they
It
make it
wipes
yeah.
clean after 19.
And then you've got City after United, right?
Not immediately. I think we have a
No,
couple
not
games before
immediately.
that.
No. Well, no. We may have them immediately after, but in the League Cup.
Oh, gotcha. That's an FA Cup game.
Yeah, the FA Cup game. Yeah.
FA Cup. Yeah, we're out
yeah,
of the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck up.
I know we play them in the cup, and then we play a
Yeah.
couple other matches. Then we play them, and then we play them shortly after. So
That's what
Yeah,
you want.
you
You want them
got-
to
yeah,
get
you got it.
yellows in the United game, so they don't have to play the FA Cup.
Yeah, because you got United and
Because
Crystal
it carries
Palace.
over into other FA competitions, right? The yellow card suspensions.
FA
I don't know.
competitions. yeah.
People have
FA
been.
Cup.
I've been seeing different. Yeah, FA competitions. So the League Cup doesn't count, but the
No.
FA Cup does count.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's
Something like
all.
that.
It doesn't. It's not like that anymore.
No, because I
Like
don't
the
know.
like the
Somebody will
UEFA
have to clarify.
competitions don't count, but I thought the
UEFA competitions don't
I
count.
thought the English competition.
Oh, okay, so
I didn't think they do because I
Europa
was
League
listening
and
to somebody
Champions
say
League don't count.
they're not. It's not like that anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
So
no,
you
I
guys
think
are
it's
like
it's
that.
Yeah.
separate now.
Sorry, guys, just for the benefit of people in the chat, chippy is when a person is touchy and defensive, especially on account of having a grievance or sense of inferiority. In sentence, I thought she was hostile and chippy.
Of course,
What
it was,
about
I
let's
thought
go to the
she.
What
I
about
like
let's
that they
go to
said.
the
I thought
after the
she.
game, after
That
the
was a
men-
very weird like chance to use. Anyway,
I'm just saying what it says.
I know
That
it's
wasn't
just
me
weird
putting
that
a personal
the
opinion out there.
dictionary decided to go female for that part.
Well, it only has a 50-50 choice.
Tom wrote that thing.
No,
Not anymore. It doesn't.
We could say they.
Them.
Yes.
We already covered ladybugs last week.
50-50. That's a 50-50. All right.
Tom,
All right, guys. So
Tom, where's the cup today? Where's the cup? And where's the wrestler? The kids are still playing with him.
He's on.
All right,
he's
guys.
he's in the west wing of the dungeon.
Guys.
They don't have the facilities.
let's do this,
guys.
Let's go through the fuck. What's it called? Schedule. Let's go through the schedule for the rest of the weekend because here we have it. We're kicking off tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. That is less than 12 hours away. Manchester United play Man City. What are our thoughts on that match, fellas?
I'm
Hate
not
'em
watching
both.
any football this weekend.
Yeah, you are.
I'm watching none of them. No, I'm watching none of them.
What?
What's the point? And why would I want to watch teams surpass my team? And we could do nothing about it now.
You're not
Don't you
going to
wanna
watch any
watch?
football.
What's
What's the point?
Ben, do you concur with that?
yeah, I kind of want.
Yeah, I do. My weekend's done. I'm gonna watch the 49ers.
Are you
on,
turning into
Saturday.
James, Mr. Tom?
Well,
You're a little bit angry like James.
That was dejection tonight. Just
It-
fucking yeah.
it was just miserable.
Yeah, again. And it was miserable after 3 minutes. I was miserable before the game because I just fucking knew we was gonna just frustrate the shit out of me again. And I was right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry, I didn't mean
interesting.
to.
It was just too
Well,
upset.
sorry
with
for
the cup.
sorry for
I
not
mean,
being
it killed
happy
it.
on happy
I
hour.
mean to kill the energy,
No.
guys.
No. Hey, you all have your feelings, man. It's all good. I get it.
Can we send a request to the league to not have Leeds play on Friday so that we can have a more upbeat happy hour?
Only on
you
Monday.
know,
God, that's the thing. Had they won, though,
oh, this would be a
Oh, yeah.
tremendous show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was about a
If they
request to
won,
the league,
Mr.
right?
Tom
Where,
might be naked right now.
where every game's at 3:00 on a Saturday,
no
like
might
it
about
used
it.
to be.
Does that one have that many TVs?
Yeah, tomorrow's 9 a.m. for me. I'm Central Time.
Nice.
You poor souls having to get up at that time to watch your team.
No,
No, I'm up at 7:30
We're,
in the morning.
we're not watching the team.
Not
We're
my
just
team.
watching
I
football.
don't feel
That's not
sorry
the
for
reason
them.
I wake
I don't
up in
feel
the
sorry
morning.
for them. I've had 20 goddamn years of having to stay up till 1 a.m. to watch the wrestling that comes on at 7 p.m. for them. So fuck them.
Actually, wrestling in this, like when
Man,
I grew
fuck
up
wrestling.
out west and I was watching wrestling, it would come on at like 2:00 in the afternoon. It was perfect.
Ugh.
Brother.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Just
But I was watching in the early days, in the pioneer days. I don't watch much wrestling anymore.
So we don't care about the first game. Next.
We've covered that.
We already covered the first two.
I think it'll be a 2-2 draw at Brighton, mysteriously enough.
What do you think's going to put him away for Liverpool by chance, Tom?
It's funny you say that because I've just heard on the great. I've got my sources, and they basically told me that he might not be playing. Now I wasn't aware of that when I had made certain picks, but if he was available at the time that I'd done it, they wouldn't have put him in there to make the picks. So
sources,
excuses, yeah. Well, I had a couple of sources that one
like HB sauce.
One who
So you mean HB?
He goes by Italy something, but he sounds distinctly American. So we'll plead the fifth on that. But still, I've got a feeling Núñez. If Liverpool do get 2 goals, it might be from him. Might.
He'll show up in the second half. He just won't start. That's what they're saying.
I hope the next one's 0-0.
Cody Gakpo for Núñez on the bet.
You think he's
where the goals are coming from? I think Gakpo will get him. He'll get one. I bet you he scores.
Mark,
he looked pretty good.
This next match is just dire.
I hope it's 0-0.
Chris, are you guys planning on coming to Brooklyn on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware. What's going on in Brooklyn?
Well, there's
Newcastle,
the North
Fulham.
London Derby. There's the North London Derby at 11:30, and then there's Supercopa de España, Real Madrid, Barcelona at 2 p.m. So we could have a full day standing outside in the cold.
You guys
at 9 a.m. There's the proper London Derby on.
What's the proper London Derby?
Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, of course.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
that mid-table battle we've all been looking forward to. We'll call Najee over for that. I guarantee you,
Chelsea could beat a
busy.
rug right now.
I guarantee you,
just
Najee is
awful.
busy.
Awful.
And it's just you got that shiny new toy, and then just ridiculous fucking red card.
When was the last time anyone laid actual eyes on Najee?
Oh, we saw him at the World Cup.
Well, he's alive.
And he came on the show too.
No, we talked to him all the time. He's in the comments all the time, in our WhatsApp and all that all the time.
I was just thinking in the fresh.
And Mo Master, very good to see you on here. I know you've been commenting for a while tonight. Very good to see you. Yes, El Clasico, major one. And by the way, Barcelona is going to win La Liga this year. But I heard also you were talking about something about you got arrested or something like that. I hope everything's all right with you, Mo. Talk to us afterwards in the post-match thing going on. But guys,
what are they? Are they playing in the Supercopa? What are they playing?
Supercopa, yeah. I think Southampton will beat Everton. Is that weird?
No.
I think the worst thing that could happen is that they both draw, because then no one's climbing out of their hole. Southampton is my mistress team, so I really hope they beat Everton.
I think they'll win. Southampton over Everton.
1-0.
1-0.
No, Everton's tough at home. They're tough at home. They'll draw. I don't know. Maybe the earth will open up and 2 truly terrible teams will fucking fall through to the center of the earth and disintegrate.
No, don't waste your holes in the middle of the earth on them.
See, Roque Jr. was sent off in his home debut, but not actually his debut.
Either way, he was shit.
Yeah. He was shit. And it was actually, we conceded 25 goals in the 7 games he featured in. I thought
he was a Brazilian World Cup winner.
Yeah.
In 2002.
Who are you talking
about? And he was also
Roque Jr.
You're still on about this fella.
Yeah, he's
still
interesting.
On about him. It happened in 2004, Lolo.
Yeah, you
And
know what I was
still be
doing in
talking about this
2004?
2044. I'm afraid you're going to tell me.
I'm not because back
Your-
then, private life Lolo.
Your
back
college
then.
girlfriend.
Well, we can call it that, sure. Listen, I think Southampton will beat
score 2
Everton, and I
goals
think
against
Nottingham
Manchester
Forest will
United,
beat
though.
Leicester, and I think Wolves will beat West Ham, and I think Brentford will beat Bournemouth. Those are my picks for those.
This is a little tidbit for you, Simon, but he did score 2 goals against Manchester United in a League Cup game, though.
Who? Oh,
Rock
you're
A
still
Jr.
talking about the fucking Rock Jr.
You shall not be
Jesus.
named again.
No, Roque Jr., not Dwayne Johnson's son.
Oh my god. This show, it gets me every time. Italy Jet has not said a word in like 38 minutes. I don't know if John muted him a while ago, but all right.
He's been talking
let's
to me
go.
during the band segment. I don't know what you were
What?
doing.
I went for a
I'm
piss and it
observing.
took like 46 minutes, that piss. Guys, what is our upset of the week? What is the match that you think, what is something that's gonna be the biggest upset of the week?
Villa versus Leeds, because it left me very upset.
That's that.
Yeah,
If you watched our video, that
You
wasn't an
walked-
upset.
you just-
United
you
beating
rolled him
City.
up there.
I walked, yeah. Lolo walks into a bar. Ouch. Okay, no. Upset of the week, guys. Come on.
United beating City.
Fulham beating
Is
Newcastle.
that back?
That's what I was thinking. Fulham beating Newcastle.
Fulham beats
I like-
Newcastle.
yeah,
Fulham is. I didn't realize they're
Fulham's good. Fulham's
they're on
good.
point. They're on
Liverpool-
point right now.
There's a
Liverpool
lot
beat
to like about them.
Liverpool beat Brighton.
Ooh, big upset there.
You.
I like it.
John, more
I like
points
it.
for Ben. I don't know why Ben's the only one scoring points, but he is the only one scoring points. He's been very quiet today, but
Ben's
when
the
he
only one
talks,
talking on the show right
fucking
now.
spot on. Spot fucking on. Let's see. That was
Well, the thing
awesome.
is, Palace beating Chelsea doesn't feel like an upset.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
No,
Yeah,
not in the slightest.
no.
I mean,
Fulham are currently tied as the best informed team, the most informed team. They are tied with United, Manchester United, with 4 wins in a row. Nobody else has 4 wins in a row currently. Liverpool did, but
Yeah,
then they
but,
lost.
yeah.
Arsenal did, but then we
Yeah,
drew.
then they drew. Yeah,
But currently 4
That's
wins
crazy.
in a row. Manchester United and Fulham are the only 2 teams there. So Fulham, now listen, we know what Newcastle United can do. Like they have the best defense in the league. Fulham beating who did they beat? Chelsea, a terrible Chelsea team. Truth be told, if João Felix doesn't go off, Chelsea probably win that match, or it ends in a draw. Fulham don't go on to win that match. Even with 10 men, they didn't look dominant. So
No, not at all.
I think Newcastle win that match, but a draw would be
Nice.
a win for Fulham. The way it was a win for Arsenal, even though it wasn't a win for Arsenal. To me, it was a loss. But
I agree with
guys, does that make any sense? You guys have to help me out now. I'm on like number.
Does anything
5.
on this show make sense?
No, I just I mean,
There you go, Ben. More points.
I mean, Fulham is a good squad. They got talent. They beat Chelsea, but Chelsea isn't who we expect them to be. And then after that, during that run, they played like Leicester.
You didn't tell me you had that, John.
Yeah, Fulham's in good form, but have they played anybody? I mean, outside of Chelsea, which is not who we expect them to be. A win against Leicester and a win against Bournemouth doesn't exactly excite me. But what I saw with Chelsea and against Chelsea, I thought they were very very good, and not really sure why, but we've seen a little bit of dip in form from Newcastle. I'm not really sure why that is, but they drew their last 2 matches after winning like 6-7 straight, and now they're drawing. That was matches.
Against,
and I'm not saying that, but that is a little bit of dip in form.
But
and I don't know
that
for
was
what
against
reason.
who?
Arsenal and Leeds. Was
yeah,
it?
2 of the best teams in the world.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Damn straight.
Get
in there. One eyeball. Cyclops.
I actually that's what
oh
it
shit.
is.
Well, there you go. He doesn't even need the mask.
I mean, Newcastle did lose Matt Target 2 weeks ago, so maybe he's a part of the reason why there's a little slipping.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is there any truth to this Joe Linton nonsense? I heard like Joe Linton had a drink driving sort of thing.
Mendy got off with it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Mendy got off. Yeah.
Today.
No, they're
but they still got
to get him on 2 of them. Yeah,
There's still 2 trials left in
3
that's
trials.
only on 1 count.
Yeah, 3 months they go back to court.
Something like 5 counts not guilty.
6 counts of
Shoot, they could overturn it, which would be interesting.
Is there any I feel like we haven't heard anything about was it Greenwood and
Greenwood.
A year and a half.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about that either. I'm curious
Yeah.
about that.
There's a lot of things you don't hear about any. That the
well,
league
yeah,
just
yeah,
goes.
yeah,
We're not talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Linton did get a ticket for drink driving, but nothing.
I think he'll be able to afford it.
Yeah, it's nothing out of. Yeah,
it's just a norm,
and I mean,
it's just a normal.
Family for him.
Management talks about it, but is anything really done? I mean, Kurt Zuma and the cat kicking incident, he didn't see any down. He wasn't benched for that.
Yeah, it was only a fine, just a fine.
Who else? Who else played while they were dealing with shit? Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney has been accused of part of this big Premier League betting scandal, and he's made hundreds of bets, and he still plays.
Right?
Why would I mean, shit. Even with Rashford, Man United, Ten Hag was just like, he's not going to play because he was late to a meeting, blah, 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 and then he comes on at halftime and wins the game. It just no one gets punished anymore. Unless you are physically not able to come to the grounds and play, much like a Mendy or a Greenwood, there's gonna be no repercussions. I would doubt that Joel Linton would not be selected. I'd be shocked.
Jimmy says so many footballers get caught for drink driving, not like they can't afford a taxi or a chauffeur. If I was one of these I wouldn't drive ever.
Hire a car service.
I would buy a fucking jetpack or something like
that. Sounds even worse than the driving thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I would definitely be drunk. I would definitely be drunk.
I get why they drive.
But when they're like, Lolo was busted for drink jetpacking. Actually, no, that's not illegal because there's no fucking law for drunk
jetpacking. Drink.
You said that very well. You need to drink more. Dry January, drink jetpack, drink jetpack, dry January. It doesn't work.
Well, according to Medium.com, one day the skies will be chock full of drunk dudes wearing jetpacks.
God help us.
And that day is today.
I mean, to me, that's like That's just like SantaCon here in New York, man. That's
I made
what
it.
that
I
would
made
be
it.
like to
I'm
me.
good. I'm good.
You know?
But also,
Remind me
that
to
according
jet
to,
blues.
according to
have
the
a
Urban
skylight.
Dictionary,
It's hard to
according to the
jetpack
Urban
in a
Dictionary,
7-foot ceiling.
jetpacking is when the little spoon is bigger than the big spoon, giving off the image of a human jetpack.
What?
Little spoon. The
Just-
little spoon
Like if the girl in
is
front
in the back.
is bigger than the fella, jetpack.
That makes sense. That's called jetpacking. Yeah.
That's terrible. Next.
That's
The
not
other
my
way around.
opinion. That's the
Yeah,
opinion
hit
of
it.
the
Tom,
Urban
Hey,
Dictionary.
Tom, if we're
Tom's
still
talking about
keeping score,
cuddling.
Tom, I would give you a point. That's fine.
I'm
That's
taking a
fine.
point away.
For jetpacking. That's a
Yeah. It's a
Gary.
terrible description.
Gary. You're a big guy.
Who said
Has
I'm
your
big?
wife ever big spooned you, where you're the little spoon?
Yes.
That's
Now is
jetpacking.
she bigger than you or smaller than you?
Smaller than me.
Then that's fucking jetpacking, Gary.
I don't
And
like
You
it.
have
fucking
jetpack.
I don't like it.
It sounds like a
Jetpack, you.
Oh my gosh.
You're a serial jetpacker, you. And I bet you've done
Serial
it.
jetpacker.
And I bet you have done it drunk.
Baby, just jetpack me a little bit. And she's like, the kids are here. God damn it.
Do you
not
need
gonna
a
do
safe
that right
word for
now.
jetpacking?
I don't know. Italy Jet's like, I don't know what I signed up to.
It
But
depends.
he's
if
having a
you
hell
do
of a
it.
lot of
show.
fun.
He yelled
I've
at
He's
me
got to be
about
having fun
something.
watching this shit.
Oh, this is great.
Being a part
we
of
were
it.
I love this.
jetpacking and he farted.
It depends if-
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
What do they
That's
call
why
that? What is
I think that was
called?
the detail that was left out of
Did you
jetpack.
just silent but
That
they were
deadly
just-
while I
when your
they
wife
were in
is
Italy and
big
they
spoon
jetpacked
and
and it
she
ran out of
farted.
gas.
That
It
is
depends.
the
Not
actual.
parties.
So if you're getting
Jetpacking.
jetpacked and you then rolled over and you farted, what do they call that?
Thanks, Pink.
Oh my God, Jimmy's got it correct. Jimmy says when the wife does
I
it,
love
then
it.
it's jet pegging, not jet
Pegging.
packing.
There you go.
That depends if she's got
Oh.
out straps on, though, doesn't it? Jet pegging.
Oh, guys,
The
you
most
got to
common
remind
thing
me
said-
when,
Jeez,
when
that's gonna
you
be
guys
like
got to
the new
remind me
nickname
when
now.
I'm promoting this show to tell people to not watch the first hour, to wait for the last half hour of the show. It's where
Sorry,
we
guys.
really hit our.
Um,
Once we get down to like 14 viewers, that's when we
All
really
bets
hit
are
our-
That's
off.
when it all comes off.
News
That-
just
that-
hit,
that's
sorry.
That's when
we
we
get
Italy
right.
jetpacking. That's what we do.
the jetpacking. Ooh, the Italy jetpacking. A lot
Hey,
of
you said I
pizza
needed a new
involved.
nickname, so there you go.
Or just a name, you know.
There you go.
But we can call you. Otherwise, we're going to call
Whatever
you
you want.
Idge,
Idge. Next.
IJ.
Next.
Italy Jet. Is
Not just jet.
is there like
As
a
in, like something like this. Hey, Jet, what do you think your odds of beating Wolves are tomorrow? We haven't heard from you yet. What do you think? What's your thoughts? I think Lolo is really hoping that we just talk shit, but I don't
fine.
think
Hopefully.
that I'm not going to talk shit.
No, I think
hold
no,
on, go up there and talk
Hold
to
on.
Mark. There you go.
No, I think the Wolves are going to win 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's right. I mean, we're coming off the FA Cup win, which is nice, but I still think the Wolves are still going to win. They've shown some good stuff at the end of that game, their last game, and I like it. So I just don't like my team right now. I don't like my team right now. I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta say that there's definitely like some quality in the play of Wolves as of late, and I'm like super pleased with having Lopetegui or J-Lo as our manager.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a bit of a bitter taste in Wolves' mouth in regards to, like, you know, we lost to West Ham and we got our asses kicked by West Ham and we ended up getting our manager fired. So maybe this is like, hey, let's get this one for Lopetegui. But I am very skeptical of a Wolves win. I think West Ham can definitely take it to us, especially like experience wise, because like Wolves right now are trying to get to know one another, especially with these new signings.
Yeah.
But you know what I've seen has been quality, so maybe I'm going with a draw.
Nice.
I'm gonna go 2-2 with a late a stoppage time goal for West Ham to tie it up, because that's just how the Wolves just give this shit away, is they always give up goals in stoppage time, and I just somehow don't see it changing so quickly, you know. But yeah, I'm going with the draw. I'm going with the Desmond.
No, as long as Moyes is manager, it's not going to go any further. Who's Mr. Tom? Is that you on the bottom?
He's the one that looks like Ted Kaczynski.
The one in the woods?
The one in the woods.
He's the guy that says, Mr. Tom.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Thanks, John. Come out of nowhere. Man, that came out
That's what John does.
Welcome to the world of having a director that likes to
producer.
come in and make sure you know.
Yeah. Gotcha. That was funny what he said. Tom said.
Which one?
The one.
It was funny, wasn't it?
When I'm partaking jetpacking.
When I've partaken in jetpacking, the most common response I've received is, "Who are you and how did you get in my house?"
I like that.
But Mr. Tom, that implies that you're the smaller one, right? Because you're jumping on the back of somebody.
You've all met me. Why would that be a surprise?
That is true. He is a little tiny man.
So he
Tiny
scouts
man.
out houses for bigger fellas than him, or bigger ladies
let's be
than
fair.
him.
No, let's be fair. It's even then, it's actually more advantageous to be the smaller spoon, because then you don't get their hair in your face.
Hey Tom, can you bet on transfers?
Can you bet on jetpacking?
Yeah.
You usually can in summer with like the bigger players. Yeah, it'll be like what club.
I don't
they're
think you can in the States, though.
Here's a good one. What are the odds that Wout Weghorst is still at Manchester United in August?
See, those are bets where you need to place with like a proper bookie that can go, "All right, mate, I'll give you 4-1 on those odds."
Yeah, we've got one there.
Right.
They did
That was
have Rafinha.
Here's
last year.
I give the answer to that.
Somehow,
Chris.
I like
somehow, Tom.
If United
this is a diss
finishes
on
top
both of
4,
us.
Weghorst will want to stay.
Yeah.
You know, if they make Europe, he might want to stay, and if they don't, he'll just go somewhere
What's
else.
up, Gavin?
Dude, I
No one
like
caught me off
Bandy's
guard.
comment. David
So,
Moyes
it's
can
better
take
than
West Ham
looking like you.
jetpacking.
Yeah.
Who's Scooby D2?
Scooby D2
A
is
fine
Scooby-Doo.
gentleman.
Oh, we
He's,
don't like to
he
delve.
is-
We don't
he
like
is-
to delve too much into these people's actual lives.
He is the love child. He is the love child of Scooby Doo and R2D2.
But for some reason, I don't know how long Jimmy has been drinking tonight, but he started writing
Tonight?
some poetry.
He probably started on
It is
Thursday
R2D2
or
Right.
Tuesday or
Yeah.
something.
Or the other
He
way
says
around.
1:30 in the
Just
morning and
1:30
pissing it down. Banter with the Yanks is cheaper than going to town. Here we can banter and be more than a bit vile. When the hangover's clear, we can shake our heads and smile. Good on you, Jimmy,
Damn.
for writing a little
Well
poetry,
done.
my friend. I like it.
Well
I like
Your
done.
poetry.
it. I
Now
like
write a
it.
poem on why you've stopped coming backstage after. Which one of us has the smell that you don't like?
Sorry.
And it's virtual, so that smell has to be bad.
Pungent.
Oh, Tom, what movie
Pungent.
are we watching tonight?
The same movie we should watch every night. Those puppets getting fucked.
Exactly. We are watching Team America World Police every single night, every single Friday in the after party. So yeah, if you guys we've got about 10-15 minutes left in the show tonight, but please feel free to stick around. We will send out the link. You guys can
feels
call
like
in
it's
and
only
hang
been
out
an
with
hour.
us afterwards. And we will have a lot of fun afterward. Oh, we've already put it out there, John says.
There it is.
So there's the link right there. Jimmy, you've been a grumpy cunt for weeks.
So what? We're all grumpy cunts.
He's been a grumpy cunt.
But wait.
I thought that was
Jimmy's always a grumpy cunt. Like, what do you mean for weeks?
Being a Leeds fan.
For weeks? I thought that's just who you were, Jimmy.
It's a part of life. It's a part of life.
I was concerned about you, Jimmy, and I'm not concerned about many people.
My thought was, so Jimmy always had this like beard, this big beard, and like crazy, like didn't want us to see who he was. And then we go to England and we meet Jimmy. He shows up to pick us up from the fucking train station. Swear to God, I was like, oh, this is like the cab driver, some bald, no hair on the face guy going, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, this is clearly our cab driver. Somebody arranged a cab for us or something. And then I heard the voice and I was like, holy shit, that's Jimmy. What? So he got all cleaned up for us. So my thought was, you're just waiting 3 months or so to hang out with us backstage until you've got the full beard back, the full like discretionary fund on your face, sort of
that
thing.
Makes sense.
A cab driver to take us across the street.
It was like 2 blocks. It was like 2 blocks.
It was across the street.
Mark, I don't know if you know
We
this
just
about
had to
me.
go on the overpass.
Mark, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm very VIP. I'm a VVIP.
Lolo personally knows Jermaine Beckford. He spoke to him twice.
No, wait. That's my friend. Stop.
We all
Stop
talked to
people.
Jermaine Beckford.
That's my man. All right.
No. Gary went up and said hi to him. I told Jermaine Beckford, hold on, I'm speaking to somebody, and continued speaking to Ben.
And then I got told, calm down, big fella. Wait your
Calm
turn.
down, big fella.
Big fella, wait your turn. To which I'm just like, I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's great. Where was that event at?
That was at Ellen
Leeds.
Road.
It was for the Aston Villa
Pavilion.
Leeds.
Nice.
Yeah. And Mark and I went up on the stage and just started doing a show live. And the stewards came up to try to stop us. And one of the other stewards went up to them and was like, let him go. They're good. Because he's a subscriber of our show. And he just let us do this show in front of, that's where we did the show.
And you're all wearing Leeds stuff? Bold.
Yeah, we were at
Bold.
Leeds.
Bold.
Our fans bought us those kits. So
It's to survive.
I told you that's my mistress club. So
Lolo and Mark did a bunch of jetpacking on twin beds.
we definitely did
We
jetpacking.
definitely did.
Yeah.
We definitely.
What do they call that? Because it was more than
shared some
jetpacking.
tiny beds together.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, like a
in London it was called docking. They were that close together.
They have a
There was
timeshare
definitely
somewhere.
some of that.
There's
but,
one point where I thought I would be
I
docking
knew
with
what that
them,
was a
but
bit
it
too
was
quickly,
lucky.
didn't I?
Didn't happen.
Got it. Just a little kiss. Just a
Far
little
too eager.
kiss on
Far
the
too
front.
eager.
Yeah.
Gotta stay warm.
Gotta stay warm.
Stay warm.
Gotta
It
stay
feels
warm.
like the show's
all right?
only been going for an hour. So
The show has only been going for an hour.
okay.
There we
years
are
and
at
2
Ellen
hours.
Road. See, there's Jimmy in the back with no hair and no. I knew he. Yeah, I told you he shaved his whole thing
That's what she said.
like a proper lass.
Oh, I bet.
Over 6 years since he had a shave before he came to Leeds.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was so weird to see him like that because I didn't expect it. So that's what
it
I
was
think.
like-
He's just waiting until it all grows back, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm now too old. It doesn't grow back." And now Jimmy's just sitting there bald, just waiting to get on a post match. No, anybody?
No.
Bueller?
No.
Bueller? Nothing?
I'm not biting that.
All right. So, fellas, did you guys all say who your upset of the week is going to be? I loved somebody saying
Fulham,
Liverpool's going to
Newcastle.
win.
Yeah, Fulham, Newcastle. Yep.
That's the upset.
Fulham. Yep.
Fulham, Newcastle. I would like
United
that.
beating City.
City's winning. Liverpool's going to win that. Southampton's going to win that. Nottingham's going to win that. Wolves is going to win that. Brentford's going to win that. There you go.
Yeah, there's just not. I mean, there's not a lot of like what you would consider a huge upset, except for that one.
Yeah.
If Spurs
Yeah,
win, is that an upset?
No, don't even
No,
think
because they're playing
Don't
at
even
home,
think
and
No,
Arsenal
no,
hasn't won
no.
in Tottenham for how long?
That's the problem, Chris. Is Spurs beating Arsenal as much as an upset as it should be? It won't be an upset because we haven't won there in 8 years. Chelsea beating Crystal Palace beating Chelsea isn't really an upset with where Chelsea's at. United beating City isn't really an upset
Given how close they are.
given form. Given form.
Like you only have to match City's result this week.
Chris,
I think so.
I'll tell you right now, Manchester City
can I
are not my concern anymore.
just quickly want to go back to Fulham Newcastle because Fulham is like what, they're 7th, 8th. Fulham is 6th right now.
6, yeah.
If they beat Newcastle, do you take Fulham for real?
No.
Or you're just saying, they're just they're at a good time and they're not going to be
they'll
anywhere
be
near
I think
the
they'll be
top
annoying.
6.
I think they'll finish top 10.
There'd be 3 games in
I think
hand
so.
on Arsenal with like 11-point difference.
Well, I'm not saying they're going to compete in the top 4, but do you take Fulham seriously if they do this? Because I have a feeling it's like people just aren't quite taking them seriously.
No,
Top 8. Top 8.
No, I'll take them
I put
seriously if they're
Fulham
still in
with
the Premier
Brighton.
League in 3 years' time.
Yeah,
I
that's a
put
good
Fulham with Brighton right now, and that's a compliment because Brighton, even losing Potter, they're a very impressive club. What Brighton
Facts.
is doing,
Facts.
But they just
so I
banished
would
their
put
top
Fulham in
scorer.
Doesn't matter.
I mean,
doesn't matter.
you think Brentford's going to continue with their success?
Brighton, not Brentford.
Yeah,
I had Brighton.
Brighton.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Brighton's going to continue their success without Trossard? Who is their top
I
scorer?
hope
He
not,
hasn't
but I
been
think they
playing,
will.
Mark.
Yeah.
He missed 1 game.
No. He was out for 2. No, he was benched for 2 games.
I thought it was just the 1.
Came on for another game. He hasn't been in these matches. So like and to me Brentford is more of a cohesive thing, which is why Graham Potter to Chelsea doesn't make sense, because Graham Potter makes this shit work. Over there it's like, "Oh, here's all these superstars." You don't know what to fucking do with those.
Of course, he had to take the Chelsea job.
He has to take it. He has to take it.
for sure.
He has to.
You need to give him 3 transfer windows.
Like, but
What manager can take a big job like that? With what kind of manager can take that kind of job? I don't think they exist anymore.
I can't stand that song.
He's always
I don't like that song. I
He's
don't.
inherited Aubameyang. For
You'd be
fuck's sake.
stupid. to
Exactly,
take
and
that job.
who can coach that guy? Nobody. He's done. No, I just look at it.
To take when you don't have a full summer to plan for what you want to buy. Like January is not a panacea. You can't like.
Yep.
I think you can start judging him a year from now.
I think they're going to be patient, though. Are they going to be patient?
They have.
They used to. Fuck's sake, they used a chunk of their transfer budget to buy a player he already had. The Cucurella.
Yeah.
No,
Would you have bought him for 60 million or whatever
It's
it is?
so different to me than when that team took Nuno. They didn't want to be patient, and then they went and got a more established coach, and it worked out. Like, they need to be patient and let him do his thing. It's going to get ugly. The same thing Arteta went through.
I disagree with you,
went
Gary.
ugly for a year. He finished
They're not gonna
8th
sack
twice,
him.
and like they have to be patient because Brighton isn't only good because because of their system. He was there too, right? And he set it up easy for the next guy, right?
Exactly. That's why the changeover from Tuchel to Potter at Chelsea was way different from Potter to I'm blanking on his name.
Zerbi.
Zerbi was. It took him one game or so to be like, yeah, this team is well coached, it's well managed, like they're fine. Chelsea is a shit show.
Yeah.
Of money.
Yeah.
That's Chelsea and Manchester United to me are such fucking twat clubs that they're like, you listen to any Manchester United fan and they're like, we only need a couple signings and we'll be straight. And I'm like, you've got millions of pounds, hundreds of millions of pounds of players on the bench or on the roster. What the fuck are you talking about? If only we signed a talent like what? Jadon Sancho? Who you signed and you fucking destroyed his career?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Fuck off.
Yeah, but
Fuck
Ten Hag's starting to write that shit.
Ten Hag is doing
that's what United did.
Ten Hag bothers me. Because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
I was happy with Ollie.
Yeah.
I was never Ollie out because I wanted Ollie to stay there forever. Fucking destroy that club.
I can tell you the difference between Chelsea and Brighton in terms of how they run. And Everton are a great example. The reason Everton's a shit show is because they've got a squad of players that were bought by 5 or 6 different managers.
Exactly.
So they're not bought in the cohesion of a specific tactic. It's 5 different tactics and a players to suit 5 different tactics. Whereas Brighton, Graham Potter was there long enough that he could buy players that suited one style of play, maybe 2, like plan B or whatever. Whereas Chelsea, again, are basically maybe Tuchel was there a bit longer, but on the whole, teams generally stay in the big 6 clubs. The players stay in the big 6 clubs a lot longer because they're the elite players. But they had basically, he's inherited, obviously, like most managers, you inherit the other manager's players, but he's inherited about another 4 managers' players because before he's got Frank's players, he's got whoever was there before Frank, I forgot, but
the guy who's at Lazio
Mourinho.
right now, right? Wasn't it?
Is it Reina?
Claudio Ranieri?
No,
Mauricio Sarri.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've got all these different players, whereas a lot of them players at Brighton were signed by Graham Potter.
Right.
That might not turn out to be true, but it feels like it's true because of how they play. And the fact that you took him out of it and not much has actually changed because the whole setup is basically done in a way that you can run it without the manager.
Yeah, just do what you did yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's not literally true because they've got a new manager, but he's obviously come in and they've selected him because they know he's similar enough to Potter that it's not upset the apple cart. Everton do the complete opposite. They're like, Benitez wasn't good enough at attacking. We'll get a more defensive coach. But then they'll go, we'll get an attacking coach, then a defensive coach. Then you've got a mishmash of players.
They have no identity. Like when you see a team, and United does this a lot or used to, when like the group of managers that they're looking at have no style, like are not similar to each other. There's no stylistic cohesion. Like you basically have no idea how you want to play as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
if Carlo Ancelotti didn't leave Everton, do you think Everton would have been a better team?
Absolutely.
I
would throw my vote toward that. I was really surprised.
I wouldn't say they'd be a lot better. They wouldn't be a lot better, but they're
like at least middle.
Bad.
In middle,
You'd
like at least the middle
when you saw them on your schedule.
standings.
To be
the
fair,
thing is, people will come play for Ancelotti. Like it's also about the talent you can attract when Carlo Ancelotti's your coach, because you know he's like a great man manager, kind of ear whisperer of a coach.
He's one of my favorites of all time. I think he was doing good with Everton, and people came with him. like James Rodriguez and then Allen as well.
Here's a question for you. What were your thoughts on Pellegrini? Do you think Pellegrini should have been replaced at West Ham when Moyes came in?
I get this question sometimes. No, I wanted Pellegrini to stay. I wanted Pellegrini. I didn't want nothing to do with Moyes.
Yeah.
But I understand Moyes has done good last year, but I still wanted to see what Pellegrini had. Because then he goes to Spain and he wins the league like a year later with Real Betis. So
the Spanish Cup, yeah.
Yeah. So no, but I was done.
No, what I was going to say, I don't think it's actually a coincidence that Leeds and West Ham had some of their best seasons in recent times when fans weren't there.
Yeah,
because I think there's a lot of pressure from the home fan base. Like, it doesn't take much for it to turn toxic at Ellen Road and definitely at London Stadium.
Like, shit will hit the fan. Shit will hit the fan real quick. Yeah. Facts. I agree with that. It's a pain.
All right.
Oh my God, me and Momaster getting into it right now.
What's up with him?
I think Arsenal would definitely handle Real Madrid right now. And he's saying,
"Oh yeah, I saw that.
Martinelli, Vinicius, Vinny Jr. Blah blah blah." No, Odegaard was terrible, and I'm like, yeah. And then he comes here, and we coach him into being brilliant. Yeah,
played him
that
in the right
means y'all
position.
fucked up, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Well, he was good at Sociedad. I mean, just Madrid. I mean,
he was.
Madrid
he
just fucked him up.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the show for the night.
They bought him when he was 15. What was he supposed to do? Fucking play
Look
ahead
at
of
Momaster.
Bruce?
Let's do lineup from keeper to top. Let's go. Ramsdale is way better than Courtois.
15.
Ramsdale is way better than Courtois these days. Fuck off. Momaster, come backstage with us. Let's talk. Let's hang out.
Sometimes
so if you guys want to continue to hang out with us, please feel free to click on this link and join us backstage. We will be backstage for another hour or so, as long as Team America World Police is still playing. But thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Ben Ireland, as always. I know you're very quiet. Wolverhampton, hot and spicy. Mr. Tom, Chris, Dirty Jersey, Gary, and Italy Jet. If you guys haven't subscribed to these guys' channels, please head over and subscribe to them. Italy Jet talks all Jets, all West Ham. Get over there. The Trip talks all Arsenal all the time. Mondays, Saturdays. We'll see you tomorrow and Saturday at noon.
How big is that intersection of West Ham, New York Jets fans? Have you found another one?
No.
It's no different than Claret and Big Blue.
I mean, shoot, I'm right smack in the middle of the United States. I don't find much.
Yeah.
Well,
we have a friend of the show. They have a channel called Claret and Big Blue. They are a West Ham, New York Giants channel.
Well,
the worst
by that much.
Yeah, they enjoy that.
They're hilarious.
But guys, join us backstage. We'll be talking some smack for another hour or so. So come on, join us backstage. But other than that, good night, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Much love. I hope all your teams lose except for Gary's.
Yes, sir.